Welcome to At Home with Debbie Rule, where you can freely ask questions, share stories, and learn more about how to have a happy home, family, and healthy relationships.
Good evening and welcome to At Home with Debbie Rule. Tonight we have a great show planned for you, a tribute to moms in honor of Mother's Day. So tonight we're going to have stories, dedications, and songs over the next hour to pay tribute to moms from all over. If you would like to have input on tonight's program and you haven't already written in, you can text us at 325-428-6145. Or if you're listening tonight and you would like to have input with our Facebook page, interact with our Facebook page, just go to At Home with Debbie Rule Facebook. We are happy to hear and share with our listeners your thoughts, stories, and testimonies over the next hour that we spend together. Every week, I share these statements of how important I believe the home is. I believe every home should be filled with family, friends, food, music, love, and celebration. But most of all, it should be a place to gather, to be cozy, to feel safe, and the peace of God. I feel honored to have those around me year-round, and I love to say, I'm at home with family and friends, especially tonight as we spend this hour honoring moms on this Mother's Day 2022. Stay with us. We have some great stories, songs, and dedications. We'll be right back. Are you facing a crisis or has something unexpected happened to you? Maybe your home and relationships have been harmed by divorce, or do you have marriage, parenting, or blended family issues, career choices, financial issues, addiction, or just plain old I need to know how to do life better to avoid making so many bad choices? At Home Success Coaching is a great place to start. If you need someone to listen, someone to talk, to process your feelings, insight or advice on how to have a better life, At Home Success Coaching can help you out of a crisis or just help you stay on the right path and reach the goal of having the very best home, family, and relationships possible. At Home Success Coaching is a nonprofit organization and there is no charge for our services or programs that are offered. Visit at homesuccesscoaching.com. That's at homesuccesscoaching.com, helping one home at a time. Well, welcome back. This is Thoughts from Home. Mother, mama, mommy, or just plain mom are just some names for the woman in your life that will help raise you and love you unconditionally, forever and always. A mother endures the good, the bad, and the ugly from their children and always hands out hugs and kisses. They are the rock and the support throughout the good and the bad times in your life, and a mommy will always hold you near and dear while wiping away your tears. A mama will kiss your owies and make you smile, and a mother will try and take all your pain and sorrow away and make them hers. But what is it really like to be a mother? And really and truly open your feelings and mind and state the truth. It's not all roses and sunshine, and it's okay not to be crafty or lose your patience, is it? Do you have to volunteer at the school every month, or can you just lounge at home and eat Oreos and drink milk on the couch during the school Halloween party? So I'm here to tell you the truth about being a mom. And while I have been a mom for almost 36 years, what is a true mom? Well, first off, a mom comes in all shapes and sizes. I say this because the list of moms is never ending. There's the biological mom, the foster mother, the stepmother, the single mother, the spiritual mother, the grandparent, and so much more. A mother is a caregiver and an unconditional love giver, a housekeeper, a cooker, a baker, a taxi driver, a psychologist, a doctor, and a disciplinarian. They are the ones who bear the burden of everything good and bad as the days grow on. They are the ones who might get left behind as they do so much and they don't get very much appreciation. A mother is the person who may have birthed you and cuddled you throughout your first couple of years of life. A mom is the same person that will be sick with the flu, throwing up in the middle of the night with the baby in tow. And I have been there. I have cared for my newborn while barely able to care for my sick self. Somewhere deep down, you figure out about how to manage. Somewhere along the line, you figure out how to be your own perfect mother that works for you and your children. A mother is the person who cooks your meals and is proud to set the table with healthy options such as the roast that took 6 hours to make, the potatoes, the carrots, and maybe even some homemade bread. A mom is the same person who looked in the mirror throughout the day at her dark circles around her eyes and her mommy tummy, and that she's not quite learned to love yet, and maybe even with tears in her eyes for no apparent reason. The tears are mixed emotions of happiness for the wonderful life she has, but maybe coping with the feelings of failing her own self by letting herself go. Being a mom has a lot of responsibilities, and it's 100% okay to cry. Sometimes let your patience run thin. You're only human. And if your children see that you're only human, you will always be their superhero all day and every day. A mama could be the person who is wearing her yoga pants and her holy sweatshirt to pick you up from school in the minivan. The same person who has the Spice Girls Wannabe playing as loud as possible, dancing in the driver's seat and singing at the top of her lungs. She is the same mom you love, but don't want to acknowledge her as your mom when you have to get into the van. The same mama who will grab your hand and start to shake your arm and make you dance and laugh while the other kids look. You may think she's embarrassing, but some of those kids wish they were doing what you were doing. Your mom is the same person that may get dressed up with a party dress, curl her hair, put on a full face of makeup just to go to the grocery store. She may even volunteer at every single school function she can. Your mother could be the head of a parent-teacher group, even start a Mommy and Me play group in your town. Your mom might even look 100% on point every day. That type of mother is being her own perfect mom. And I have no judgment, and neither should you. Being a mom is difficult enough, and we should all praise each other. Moms come in all shapes and sizes, and there's no best mom. There is no perfect mom, nor is there the cookie-cutter diagram of what a mother should be. I have 3 kids and 2 grandkids, and for years I had this image of the perfect mom in my head. I wanted so badly to be that person. There were so many mothers that were fighting over signing up for the volunteer work at the school, and they were always dressed to the nines and making play dates with their mommy groups. I remember when my oldest, who is married mom now, when she was little, the mothers were always making these elaborate crafts with their children, and then there was me. I hated doing crafts, but the time I learned over time. I was a terrible baker, but with much practice, I did become better. And believe it or not, I highly disliked volunteering for school stuff. I tried all that stuff, and some was harder than others. I lived in my sweatpants and oversized sweatshirt at home, and still do, I'm not gonna lie. I go shopping in the same attire in public. My hair used to be in a messy bun or a ponytail most of the time, but because, well, I can. I have learned I can do whatever type of mom I want to be as long as my children are taken care of and are becoming good human beings. I had put down to start running like a wild woman through the house playing chase, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and every Disney fairy tale. My life as a mom has been nothing short of a fairy tale. Story time. After having a long day at home, and sometimes when I worked, I had an overall feeling like I'm one question away from losing my mind for the day. I walk into my house. My goal is to unwind with some quiet and maybe even sit in the tub with candles and some nice music for a bit. However, as soon as I walked in the door, I see a sink full of dishes, mud all over the porch floor, and literally toys in the entryway with a trail throughout the kitchen as far as my eyes can see. I want to lose my mind, but I hear something that changes my entire day. I hear my husband and the kids giggling. I hear the sounds of laughter, snorting, and ultimately hiccups coming from the living room. My heart literally melts, and I remind myself that a messy house is not a big deal, and a bad day at work is left at the door, because this is my true happiness. Being a mama is what makes me happy, no matter what. As exhausted as I feel, the sound of my happy family makes me feel more joy than I can express. It makes my sorrows of the day go away. That's what it is for being a mom and a mama to me. This has been my Thoughts from Home. Stay tuned for songs and dedications. We'll be right back. Home, family, and relationships can be a challenge, and we have some answers for you right here on 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Join me, Debbie Rule, every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. for At Home with Debbie Rule. And this week on the program, we'll be honoring moms with songs and dedications. I look forward to being with you this Sunday at 6 o'clock right here on KNEL 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Let's honor moms for Mother's Day. Well, welcome back. Tonight we are honoring moms with stories, songs, and dedications. Well, here's the first one. Goodbye, she sang cheerily, skipping off to her new dorm after giving me a look with a peck on the cheek, though we were no more than acquaintances. A young woman, a college freshman, no longer my baby. Her casual parting stung me. Had she outgrown me? As I walked away, I was arrested by a child's voice shouting, "Mommy!" A word I hadn't heard in years. Before I could turn around, she was in my arms, her face buried in my neck. She didn't need to say anything. I knew then that she'd always be my little angel. That's from Jamie in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Jamie, here's one for you from Taylor Swift. Never grow up. Home, family, and relationships can be a challenge, and we have some answers for you right here on 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Join me, Debbie Rule, every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. for At Home with Debbie Rule. And this week on the program, we'll be honoring moms with songs and dedications. I look forward to being with you this Sunday at 6 o'clock right here on KNEL 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Let's honor moms for Mother's Day. Well, welcome back. Tonight, we are celebrating moms with stories, songs, and dedications. Here's our first story and testimony that was sent in from Jamie in Atlanta, Georgia. And she writes, "Goodbye, she sang cheerily, skipping off to her new dorm after giving me a little peck on the cheek as though we were no more than acquaintances. A young woman, a college freshman, no longer my baby. Her casual parting had stung me. Had she outgrown me? As I walked away, I was arrested by a child's voice shouting, 'Mommy!' A word I hadn't heard in years. Before I could turn around, she was in my arms, her face buried in my neck. She didn't need to say anything. I knew then that she'd always be my little girl." Well, Jamie, here's one for you by Taylor Swift, Never Grow Up.
Your little hands wrapped around my finger, and it's so quiet in the world tonight. Your little eyelids flutter 'cause you're dreaming, so I tuck you in, turn on your favorite night light. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you could stay like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. It could stay this simple. I won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. No one will desert you. Just try to never grow up. And never grow up. You're in the car on the way to the movies, and you're mortified your mom's dropping you off. At 14, there's just so much you can't do, and you can't wait to move out someday and call your own shots. But don't make her drop you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs, getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. It could stay this simple. And no one's ever burned you. Nothing's ever left you scarred. And even though you want to, just try to never grow up. Take pictures in your mind of your childhood room. Memorize what it sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said, and all your little brother's favorite songs. I just realized everything I have is someday gonna be gone. So here I am in my new apartment in a big city. They just dropped me off. It's so much colder than I thought it would be, so I tucked myself in and turned my nightlight on. Wish I'd never grown up. I wish I'd never grown up. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. Could still be little. Oh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. It could still be simple. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Could stay this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And even though you want to, please try to never go. Oh, oh, oh. Don't you ever go. Oh, never grow. Just never grow up.
Well, I know that's a feeling that a lot of moms have, is we don't ever want you to grow up, but we know that's just the way it is. You're going to grow up. Well, the next story that I have to share with you is from Mary Bob in Houston. She writes in, "We went looking for a wedding dress and laughing as we hit the door of the bridal shop. This would surely be the first of many stores before we found the perfect gown. But having witnessed other brides and their mothers, we vowed to be happy in these moments. Unexpectedly, my mind went back to the day we brought her home 27 years ago. I said a silent thank you to God for allowing her to be mine in all the precious times. When I looked up, there she stood, in the dress of her dreams, my beautiful girl, all grown up."
She's never pulled anybody from a burning building. She's never rocked Central Park to 500,000 fans screaming out her name. She's never hit a shot to win the game. She's never left her footprints on the moon. She's never made a solo hot air balloon ride around the world. No, she's just your everyday average girl, but she's somebody's hero, a hero to her baby with a skinned up knee. A little kiss is all she needs. The keeper of the Cheerios, the voice that brings Snow White to life. Bedtime stories every night, and that smile lets her know she's somebody's hero. Oh, she didn't get a check every week like a 9-to-5, but she's been a waiter and a cook and a taxi driver for 20 years there at home. Until the day her girl was grown, giving all her love to her was her life's ambition. But now her baby's moving on and she'll soon be missing her not today. Those are tears of joy running down her face. She's somebody's hero, a hero to her daughter in a wedding dress. She gave her wings to leave the nest. It hurts to let her baby go. Down the aisle she walks right by, looks back into her mother's eyes, and that smile lets her know she's somebody's hero. 30 years have flown right past. Her daughter's staring at all the photographs of her mother, and she wishes she could be like that. Oh, but she already is. She's somebody's hero, a hero to her mother in a rocking chair. She runs a brush through her silver hair. And beyond the nursing home, she drops by every afternoon, feeds her mama with a spoon, and that smile lets her know. Her mother's smile lets her know she's somebody's hero.
Well, I think every mom is somebody's hero. Well, here's another story that I want to share with you. It's from Andrea in El Paso, Texas, and she sends in, 35 years ago, when my mom was 22, she became a widow and a mother within the same month. The life she had imagined was stolen in a heartbeat. She tried to move on, but she was lost. She gave me to a family member to be raised in the United States, and some call her weak, others call her selfish. I could be mad or bitter. Instead, I'm grateful for the life I have and to have had a mother who sacrificed our relationship to give me a chance at a better life. She is courageous. She is my mother. Well, Andrea, here's one for you, going out all the way to El Paso, Texas. Everything to Me by Mark Schultz.
Must have felt your tears when they took me from your arms. I'm sure I must have heard you say goodbye. Young and so afraid, had you made a big mistake? Could an ocean even hold the tears you cried? But you had dreams for me, you wanted the best for me, and you made the only choice you could that night. And you gave life to me, a brand new world to see, like playing baseball in the yard with Dad at night. Mom reading Goodnight Moon and praying in my room. So if you worry if your choice was right, when you gave me up, oh, you gave everything to me. And if I saw you on the street, would you know that it was me? And would your eyes be blue or green like mine? Or would we share a warm embrace? Or would you know me in your heart? Or would you smile and let me walk on by? Knowing you had dreams for me, you wanted the best for me. Oh, I hope that you'll be proud of who I am. You gave life to me, a chance to find my dreams, and the chance to fall in love. You gave life to me, a brand new world to see, like playing baseball with my son late at night, and reading Goodnight Moon and praying in his room. I'm so grateful that I have this life. When you gave me up, you gave everything to me. Everything to me.
Well, we have another dedication from Shelby and Miranda to their mom, Wendy. They wanted to dedicate a song to their mom who has always been there through thick and thin. You'll be in our hearts from this day on now and forevermore. This one's from Wendy, from Shelby and Miranda. You'll be in my heart.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be here in my heart, always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. I'll be there always.
Well, Susan writes in and she says, my mother is a master of guilt trips. She showed me a photo of herself waiting by a phone that never rings. Mom, I call all the time. If you only had an answering machine, you'd know. Soon after my brother installed one for her, when I called the next time, I got her machine. If you're a salesperson, press 1. If you're a friend, press 2. If you're my daughter who never calls, press 911 because the shock will probably give me a heart attack. Well, Susan, here's one for you and for everybody else out there that needs to remember to call Mama.
Take one last look in that rear view on your way out of that stick around town you're about to leave behind. And go get lost to find yourself. Don't be afraid to go and have yourself the craziest of times. Make some new friends, be someone you've never been. But every now and then, call your mama, sit and listen to her small town drama, and get you all caught up on all your sisters and your brothers. Boy, listen to your mother, 'cause you ain't never gonna get another someone you get to call your mama. Yeah, yeah. One of these days on down the road, you're gonna find you a strong-willed girl with a gentle heart like hers. And don't forget to call her dad for you buy that ring. Yeah, and if they both say yes, then first things first, call your mama, sit and listen to her small town drama, and get you all caught up on all your sisters and your brothers. Boy, listen to your mother, 'cause you ain't never gonna get another someone you get to call your mama. And do it while you can, even when you don't wanna, 'cause there's gonna come a day the good Lord's gonna call your mama. He's gonna call your mama. Yeah, pick up the phone, boy, you better call your mama. Sit and listen to her small town drama, get you all caught up on all your sisters and your brothers. Oh, tell her that you love her, 'cause you ain't never gonna get another. So call your mama. Call your mama.
Well, some of you may have lost a mom, maybe recently, or maybe it's been years. I lost my mom 3 years ago on Mother's Day, so Mother's Day to me is always remembering and celebrating the wonderful mom that I had. So here are a few dedications to moms that are no longer with us physically, but will always stay with us in our heart. This is from Wendy. It's going to go out to her mom that is no longer with her, Patty. She says on Monday, May 9th, marks the 4th year she has been gone. Winning her battle over cancer and going home to our Lord's home, she was a true matriarch to our family, and I pray every day to be as strong as she was. Our family motto has always been, whatever it takes. And my kids and my grandkids and her great-grandkids keep her memory alive every day. Well, Wendy, here's one for you. The Wind Beneath My Wings.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine, that's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name.
Well, here's another one from a daughter that lost her mom. She writes in, "My mom passed Thanksgiving 2016. My parents used to always play the song Picture in a Frame. It's beautiful and sad all at the same time." Well, this was from Retta. So from Retta to her mom, Jeannie, in honor of Jeannie, here is Picture in a Frame.
I finally found the words to say. How long did I intend to stay? I know you've wondered now and then how close our love is to the end. I think it's only fair to let you know that one of these days I'll have to go. But I'll be proud to wear your ring till I'm just a picture in a frame. Storm clouds may gather and the heavy rains may come. When the storms are over, we'll still share the golden sun. And I'll still love you just the same till I'm just a picture in a frame. I hope this small bouquet of words are the sweetest ones you've ever heard. 'Cause I can't think of anyone I'd rather hold till life is done. This love of mine for you will grow and grow. And I just thought that you would like to know my love will be a burning flame till I'm just a picture in a frame. Yes, I'll still love you just the same till I'm just a picture in a frame.
Well, as we continue to honor and dedicate songs to our moms that are no longer with us, here's another one that says, "Hi, Debbie. My mama passed away 5 years ago. She, and so am I, was a huge Elvis fan. Will you please play Mama Liked the Roses by Elvis Presley in honor of her on Mother's Day?" Well, Cynthia, here's one for you and your mom, Betty, in honor of Betty on Mother's Day. Mama Liked the Roses.
Oh, Mama liked the roses. She'd grow 'em in the yard. But winter always came around and made the growing way too hard. Oh, Mama liked the roses. And when she had the time, she'd decorate the living room for all us kids to see. When I hear the Sunday bells ringing in the morning, I remember crying when she used to sing, oh, mama, like the roses. But most of all, she cared about the way we learn to live, and if we said our prayers. You know, I kept the family Bible with a rose she saved inside. It's pressed between the pages like it found a place to hide. Oh, mama, like the roses, in such a special way. We bring them every Mother's Day and put them on her grave. Oh, mama, like the roses. Ooh. Mama, like the roses. Oh, mama, like the roses.
Well, we're about out of time, but we're going to honor one more mom that is no longer with us. Christy writes in and she says, would you be able to play You've Got a Friend by James Taylor? My mom sang that song to me when I was little, and it was always been our song. She died a year and a half ago, and it's been very hard living without my mom. Well, Christy, I know how hard it is to be without your mom, so here you go. You've got a friend to honor your mom, Mary.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know
yes I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, baby, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey, now all you've got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. Know you've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Well, the show would not be complete without my two little partners in crime, my grandsons, Taylor and Hudson. Hi, boys. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Well, do you know what we're going to be celebrating today? What are we celebrating?
Mother's Day.
You're right. And so I don't think we can end the show tonight without honoring your mommy. What do you think about that?
Great.
Well, I picked out a song for you to play for her, and it's called Isn't She Lovely? It's the Mother's Day version from Boys to Men. And so before I play the song, I wanted to ask you just a question or two.
Yes.
I wanted to know, is that all right?
Yes.
All right. Well, since you're dedicating this song to your mommy, and it's called Isn't She Lovely, what makes your mommy so lovely to you? Taylor, would you like to go first?
Sure. No, I would like to go first.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to let Hudson go first? All right,
Yes.
Hudson.
So what makes my mommy lovely is, well, she works hard and we have a nice house for us to live in. And we have our own room. So that's lovely of her to do. So we have our own backyard, our own dogs, which is helpful.
Okay, Taylor. And so what do you think makes your mommy lovely?
What makes my mommy lovely? She takes us out to church and she helps us learn about God. She has a nice car, and she buys us food to eat, and she buys us drinks and a lot of nice stuff.
That's great. Is there anything else that you want to add, boys?
No.
Is your mommy pretty?
Yes.
Yes. And is your mommy a nice mommy?
Yes.
Yes, she is. Well, let's wish your mommy a happy Mother's Day. Can we do that?
Yes.
On the count of three. One,
2, 3.
Happy Mother's Day!
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Such a beautiful soul. I never thought that I would be son to someone as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. But
but isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Such a beautiful soul. I can't believe I get to be son of someone as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom. Isn't she lovely? She's my mom.
Well, that one goes out to our daughter, our firstborn, Ashley. Happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies out there. I hope you had a great day today. We want to thank you so much for inviting us into your home tonight. We always love hearing from you and spending Sunday evening with you, sharing our thoughts about home, family, and relationships. From our home to yours, I'm Debbie Rule.
And I'm Rudy Rule.
And we'll see you next week right here at 6 p.m. on KNEL 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Have a blessed week.
Thank you for joining us today for At Home with Debbie Rule. You can be at home with Debbie Rule every Sunday on KNEL 95.3 FM and KNELradio.com. Follow At Home with Debbie Rule on Facebook and podcast on iTunes. See you next week at Home with Debbie Rule for more insights on home, family, and relationships.